What's going on, everybody? Coming back at you with a brand new video, and today we're going to be going over 5 mistakes that I've personally made when investing into the stock market. But before we hop into that video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. It really helps out the channel, helps out the algorithm, really trying to push these videos out here. Let's take a look at the market right now. We're sitting at around, what, like 71,000, 72,000 with the extra cash in Webull. It's looking pretty good. We had a red week last week. It started off all right, started off pretty good, but everything Tesla just kept banging at the portfolio, with the $5 billion capital raise, and just the S&P 500 inclusion, all that hysteria going on right now. People think that it's going up, it's going down, but let's get into the 5 things that I've personally made huge mistakes on in investing in the stock market. One worst mistake that I've made in the stock market is not buying Tesla soon enough, not buying Tesla stock soon enough. So let me run it back a little bit. So when I first started getting in the stock market, I just had such a crazy mindset. I had no idea what I was doing. I was looking at recovery stocks. I had no idea where this whole world situation was going, this illness, and we had the illness from like January, February, March. At the end of March, I started investing. And that's when we started to see that first initial climb from that dip. I wasn't even looking at the stock market. I have no idea what even caused me to get in the stock market, but I was buying recovery stocks like Chef's Warehouse. I bought Uber super cheap at like 19 bucks. I bought Vivint Solar at $3. Imagine that. One of my worst mistakes. But yeah, Tesla was not even on my radar. I don't even know why. And then, I started doing the research, like you should, and, there's just so many good people talking about Tesla stock right now. Of course, solving the money problem, he really got me in, like, full bull on Tesla stock. I mean, you just have the manufacturing that are just going to make the margins astronomically high. You have Elon Musk, genius. You have the SpaceX technology that's being, gradually integrated downward into the Tesla technology. I mean, we already see that with the Cybertruck, the Model Y frames, the Model 3 frames, all that good stuff. And what else do you have with Tesla? You have solar, you have the energy sector, you have insurance, you just have, multiple different startup businesses inside Tesla stock that all could generate multiple billions of dollars worth of revenue. And just on what they're doing right now with cars, with the ramp up of their factories, you have Giga Berlin, you have Giga Shanghai, you have Giga Texas, you have all these plants that are, some that are still ramping, some that are still under construction, and just the demand for Tesla is just going to go through the roof over the years. And I see it being a multi-trillion-dollar company in the future. And that's one of my first mistakes, is not investing in Tesla soon enough. I mean, crap, I invested in at $800 pre-split, when back in March when I first jumped into the market, it was probably around like 300, 400 bucks pre-split, and then I got in at 800, and I rode that all the way to $2,000. I watched Tesla go from $800, which is an astronomical stock price to begin with, and I watched it go to $2,000 pre-split. And then, I unfortunately sold half of my shares at like $1,500, and then it split, and then I started pounding more and more money into Tesla at around $400 after split, and now we're looking at over $600 right now. So yeah, get into Tesla. They're just massive. That's just my opinion. Second biggest mistake that I've made while investing into the stock market is selling stocks too soon. Let me give you a rundown of the biggest mistakes that I've made. Just don't sell stocks. Once you buy into something, you should believe in it. And when it dips 10, 20%, you buy more, you buy more, you buy more, you buy more at all the dips. I bought Vivint Solar at $3. It is now what I believe $30. I bought Uber at $19. It's at $50. I bought back in at 30. I wrote it to 40 and I sold because I don't believe in what they're doing now. I mean, I work for them, but I don't personally believe in their long-term story. I was looking at Every, they do gambling in Vegas. They run the computers and stuff like that. I don't know really the details on it, but they do stuff with gambling. They were $1 right when the massive dip hit. They were at $1 and I bought in, and then I sold at $2, and they're at $12 now. Would you look at that? Just so many stocks that I just should have just held on to, just not been all nervous about. See, that's the thing. I had no long-term vision when I first started investing into the stock market. I wasn't thinking past the pandemic and the illness. I was just in a clouded mindset, and when I jumped into Tesla, my whole brain just got rewired. I was like, I got into the Meet Kevin strategy. Be happy when you have cash and the stock market is down, and be unhappy when the stock market is up. And I don't know, he had a graph, he had this little whiteboard, but just be happy when the stock market is down and you have cash to invest. And, just don't sell stocks. Don't sell stocks that you've held for less than a year. But somehow, I'm up here, I've made this last 100% in the stock market with this new 150% with this new psychology, with this new mindset. And before I was holding for like a couple months until I saw green, and then I was selling out because, I just had no faith in the companies that I was in. And now the companies that I'm in right now, Beyond Meat, Leucadia Holdings, Palantir, SBE, soon to be ChargePoint tomorrow, and Tesla stock, of course. Those are my holdings. Those top three are major, 10 grand, and I have like 78.9 shares of Tesla stock, which is around $50,000, $50,000 around there right now. But yeah, that's my second biggest mistake in the stock market, is selling stocks way too soon. Is selling stocks at all. You just shouldn't do it. Number 3, that's thinking I can get into FOMO stocks. The fear of missing out. When you're on Robinhood, you have the top movers section, and when you're swiping through the news that they curate for you, you slide past those top movers, and then you see a stock that's up 100%, 200%, 300%, 1,000%. You're like, oh, maybe I'll sell something and try to get a few gains in on that. I tried that strategy a few times. It worked out a couple times. I got in on the Hertz bump. That was just comical. I got in on the Kodak bump. That was fantastic. Probably made $1,000 off of that. Same with Hertz. I probably made $1,000, maybe more, off of those, crazy FOMO pump and dumps. But just stay away from those guys, because 90% of the time you're going to be buying at the top of that FOMO. And guys, I've lost money on biopharmaceutical companies. Just thinking like, oh, maybe I can get a quick buck, not even think about what tax implications, and stuff like that, with trying to get in and get out of these pump and dumps. Just stay away. It's all about a long-term strategy. Stay away from the FOMO. It's never going to do you well. You're end up buying in at the top, and then it's going to take you down, and then like maybe a week later it'll come back up, and you'll be kicking yourself because you didn't hold long enough, because you actually didn't believe in the company, because you were only in a casino. You're in the casino. And I've slowly stepped out of the casino into a long-term investor mindset with the current companies that I'm in. I don't plan on selling anything for 6 to 10 years, 7 to 10 years, very long term. So yeah, that's my number 3 mistake, is thinking I can dive into these FOMO stocks, the pump and dumps, and make a quick 50%, 100%, 200%, because I think the stock is going to go higher than it already went higher, probably in pre-market hours, and now it's on its way down. You see that all the time. Stock is up 500%, but that was all in pre-market. And you just miss out. But yeah, that's number 3. Don't get into FOMO stuff. Number four, the fourth biggest mistake that I've made is not doing enough research. At the beginning of my stock market journey, I should have watched more YouTube. I should have, looked for the right people to watch. I was doing my own research. I was looking for recovery stocks. I wasn't watching StockMo. I wasn't watching Solving the Money Problem. But huge shout outs to those guys. Come on, Solving the Money Problem, StockMo, my financial friend, Larry Jones, just all the guys out there making content. Meet Kevin, Graham Stephan, all those huge juggernaut YouTubers out there really pushing for financial intellect, financial literacy, investing, and just, being smart with your money so you don't go broke in the future. And those dudes have been a massive influence on my investing strategy so far in these past 10 months. They've probably made me every single percent now. Now that I've been able to change my mindset and get out of that casino mindset. Just massive. Just look out for the good guys like StockMo. Like, he is incredible. He's grown from, I was watching StockMo at 10,000 subscribers, and I've watched him grow to 200, and he's at like 220,000 subscribers. It's because he puts out good stocks. He puts out good stocks that go up long term. I know I've only been watching him for about a few months now, but he's really putting those gains together, putting those portfolios together. Just do your research, people. Listen to the right people that aren't scammy. Don't go and listen to them, to Raging Bull. They have their $150 million lawsuit to handle. Don't listen to the Motley Fool, all these other. Don't listen to mainstream media. That listen to the guys that look at fundamentals. They go and do the research for you. StockMo, he's fantastic, and he's really helped me out. He got me into SBE at $13. Think about that. He got me into SBE at $13. That company is at $38 right now. This is like 8 o'clock pre-market Monday, December 14th. But yeah, just incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible stuff from those guys. Number 5, and it's just getting into the market. That my 5th biggest mistake is not getting into the market soon enough. Just get into the market. That's the number 1 thing that you can do. If you have a savings, take 3/4 of that and put it into the market. Good stocks that have big long-term potential. Long-term, I mean 10, 20 years of potential growth. Just hundreds of dollars each week need to be put into the market. That's what I do. I do like $500, $200 a week into the market, into the stocks that I'm currently in. Sometimes I buy new ones if StockMo is putting out some new SPACs or something with big potential that I can see that's cheap enough. I don't like buying into $1,000 stocks and stuff like that. But I did with Tesla. I took that risk. $800, watched it climb to $2,000, and then it split. And now we're sitting at, like, if it wasn't split, it'd be over $3,000. So, good stuff right there. Just get into the market, grow your money. That's the only thing that you're doing by just putting it into a savings account is depreciating your money over time. It's just going to sit there and do nothing. You need to have it actively in equity that's going to go up over time, like Tesla stock. Don't take it from me. This isn't financial advice, guys. This is for entertainment purposes only. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. But yeah, just dive into the market, find some good stocks, and if you lose money, that's your fault. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. That was 5 things that I've personally made a mistake on getting into the market. I hope you guys watch this video before you make those mistakes, not buying Tesla stock soon enough. You know, that's just an opinion, though. You know, you know, these Lambos and Bugattis. You know, you may not think I'm a Tesla fan, but I am. Trust me. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Can't wait.